everybody! Thanks for joining us at Fleuristic Garden and Flower Studio. We're in our outdoor garden space where inspiring things are always happening, and we can't wait to show you a very simple and full way of creating your outdoor planter this season for your front deck or for your back deck. We're going to start with one hanging basket, and we are going to we're going to take off the hanger. We don't need that anymore. You're going to want to choose a hanging basket that has a lot of trailing plants in it. So this one I've chosen one with million bells and some red verbena, and it's going to continue to trail. So we've got something that's nice and full, and that's going to be our starter. So we're then going to go and choose a mid-height annual. This one is wallflower, so I've got a nice variegated leaf and yellow flower to kind of pick up on the yellow. For something that's going to continue to get higher, I've chosen a very black cordyline as my third element to my planter. Okay, so here's the kicker, here is the trick. We're actually going to remove our flowers from the hanging basket. And how we're going to do that is we're going to very gently search into the middle of the planter. We're just going to kind of spread our fingers into a claw shape until they're resting on the dirt within the planter. We're going to flip it over, loosen the pot, and now we've taken it off. Success! So when hanging baskets come into the nursery, they've already been grown, and there's typically 4 plants throughout a 12-inch hanging basket. So what you're going to want to do, and it's the most tedious part, is start to separate 2 plants that you see in there. And you basically just gently start to thumb away. And then what I've done is I've actually just taken a small hand spade and opened up the hanging basket from the back to the middle. So I'm ready to start putting my basket together. So I'm going to take off the bottom piece from the hanging basket, and I'm lightly going to separate the roots on the bottom of the hanging basket so that they will continue to spread and grow. So just kind of a light dusting with your fingers. And I'm going to put my hanging plants right at the edge of my pot, right where they're going to be at the front. And you're just going to make sure that you've got enough soil. There should be usually about 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch from the top of your pot to where the soil hits. Alright, so I've got my beautiful trailers. I'm simply going to add the other 2 elements I chose. So my yellow wallflower, which again I'm going to take out of my pot, lightly break up the roots so that they kind of continue to come out. It's going to sit at the back here. And my beautiful cordyline. Which again, the back side of my round planter. And I'm going to fill everything in with soil, and we're going to find a beautiful ceramic pot to put this insert into. So another thing we get asked a lot about is when you have a very tall pot and you don't want to fill it all the way up with soil. So some helpful tricks are to find an empty pot, turn it upside down in the pot, and then find an insert for it and set it on top. Your other option is to keep these pots that your plants came in, and to just fill the inside of it to take up surface area, and then fill soil around it. And that way you're just not using quite as much soil, and your planter won't be quite as heavy. Okay, so this is our beautiful finished product. Now what I've actually done is taken the round pot that you saw me making it in, and I've put the round pot into the square urn. And you can see it doesn't matter, the lip of the pot sits on the lip of the green ceramic pot and holds it up, and the flowers cover the edges so you won't even notice. So the only quick addition I would recommend is if you have a grander home and you want your entrance to be a little bit more extravagant, you could always pick up an obelisk. And obelisks fit very well right into the middle of the planters, and they add that little extra bit of height. And the beautiful thing about purchasing a piece like this is that you can next year use it in the garden, the year after that use it back in the planter, the year after that maybe you grow an annual vine up it. So there's lots and lots of options and additions that you can make to your planter at home. Thanks again for joining us at the Flower Bar with a glass full of flowers. We hope you enjoyed the educational videos, and there will be many more to come. Cheers!